Hello, I'm Sensei Alex Kakuyo. The title of today's Dharma talk is Be Kind for No Reason. Before we get into that, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post talks in the future. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great too. Most of us live our lives in something called the illusion of a separate self. In other words, we believe that we exist here in this human body and everyone exists out there, separate from us. Thus, what's good for us is bad for them, and frankly, what's bad for them is probably good for us. When we live in the illusion of a separate self, our lives become transactional. Our interactions with others are rooted in fear, suspicion, and a feeling of scarcity. Thus, on the rare occasion we are kind to other people, we do it in the same way that we might pay for candy at a candy store. At the store, we give money, we want candy in return. When we deal with others, we give kindness and we want something in return. Maybe a favor, maybe a kind act, maybe a candy bar. And as a result, our lives become very sad and very disconnected from the people who live and work around us. In Buddhism, we take a different approach. Now, I want to be clear, we do not believe that all is one in Buddhism. We have our own bodies, our own names, our own histories. However, we do in Buddhism believe that all is interconnected. Thus, we live with one another in the same way that leaves live on a tree. Every leaf has its own individual existence, but they are interconnected by the branches and the trunk that hold them together, that make up the tree. More than that, they are all fed by the same soil and the same water. Thus, it behooves one leaf to look out for all the others. Because when one leaf benefits, they all benefit, and when one suffers, they all suffer. The same is true of human existence. We exist as individuals, but we also exist as part of a larger whole. Thus, it behooves us to look out for others because when we do so, we look out for ourselves. Every time we eat, we are consuming food that was grown by other people. Every time we drive our cars, we are driving on roads that were built by other people. Every time we put on clothes, we are wearing clothing that was sewn and manufactured and shipped by other people. Without those other individuals in our lives, we don't have clothing, we don't have roads, we don't have food to eat. Thus, instead of treating kindness like a currency, that's something we only give out when we think people deserve it, in Buddhism, we understand that we are constantly benefiting from the kindness of others. Thus, we are constantly handing out kindness in return. We learn to be kind for no reason. And on those occasions when people aren't kind to us, when they do something that harms us, we don't allow ourselves to be harmed. We remove ourselves from the situation. But we also practice understanding, realizing that because we are all interconnected, there have probably been times in life where we, either purposely or mistakenly, have caused harm to other people. Thus, we grant them mercy and understanding in the hope that we will be given the same. We are kind to others for no reason, and we are understanding and merciful for no reason. Not wanting anything in return, simply understanding that we are all interconnected, that we are leaves growing on the same tree. When we do this, we end suffering not only for ourselves, but also for others, because we understand that when we are kind to others, we are also kind to ourselves. Amitabha.